Welcome back to the Installer Plaza. We've got a lot going on this morning already, and we're going to carry on. And don't forget, at 1 o'clock, we've got the Heating Installer Awards 2025 coming up as well. So it's going to get pretty packed here, but it's already packed. I can smell a bit of cake, I think, somewhere or other. I think we might be celebrating something a little bit later. But we're going to start off with a forward-looking panel discussion as our experts explore the next 25 years. Wow, what it holds for the plumbing and heating sector on the road to 2050. And after the discussion, you're all invited to a special celebration with food and drink as we mark 100 years of the APHC and officially welcome a new president too. So what's in store for installers? Well, to polish the crystal ball, as they say, and look into the future, I'm delighted to welcome our panel. So would you like to introduce yourselves? Contestant number one, who are you and where do you come from?
Yeah, I'm here for the cake. So contestant number one, I'm Ian Rippin, and I'm the Chief Exec of MCS.
Lovely, thank you.
Hi, I'm Julie Spinks, and I'm the MD of Water Regs UK, helping water companies in their duty to enforce the water fittings regulations.
Thank you.
I'm Mark Antrobus.
Hold it nice and close, Mark.
I'm Mark Antrobus, and I'm currently a director of the APHC and incoming president for the next 2 years.
Oh, you've given the reveal away already. I can't believe it. No, brilliant. And look, I'm going to ask you a question. If you'd like to ask a question or make a comment, then please feel free to do so. Ian, business competency schemes seem key. I just wonder how we can make them work for the smallest businesses, because a lot of these businesses are very small.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the UK is a nation of small and medium enterprises, and while MCS, there are larger corporate installers now taking some market share, we are still predominantly an SME scheme. So how do we make it more accessible? I may be controversial, but I think there's a lot of myth and worry from installers thinking about coming into renewables, achieving their APHC certification. They're thinking that they don't already have the skills, and they do, and they can translate that into renewables, which is my bag. So our job is to make MCS, with the support of APHC, as accessible as possible. I was talking yesterday about a series of reforms that we are bringing about, and that is all about making this about the quality of the quality of installers' work versus their paperwork and back office systems. And that's how we appeal to the smaller installer who, frankly, they're time poor, maybe not great on admin, just want to do a fab job
for their customers. It's kind of the biggest problem they have, isn't it? I mean, because they want to be on the tools, they want to be out there doing the work.
Yes.
It's such a pain in the backside, all the paperwork.
I couldn't agree more. So standards that live on shelves and that are read once a year when you're being assessed, that's not where we want to be. So over the next 5 years, never mind 25 years, over the next 5 years, I want MCS to be in the field, supporting compliance right there where it matters, when you're talking to customers and installing heat pumps or whatever it may be.
And I guess you're going to get a lot of support from installers for this. I mean,
well, yeah, we benefit from a great dialogue with the likes of APHC, but we have an installer forum, and it's one of the more boisterous meetings that we have, and they're there to hold me to account, my team. So we need to make sure that MCS is supporting the smaller installer, and that's what the reforms are all about.
Thank you. And Julie, looking forward to this next 25 years, moving towards 2050. With the shift from fossil fuels and rising water concerns, what changes do you think will the industry need to make?
Yeah, and actually, I'm particularly interested in water and,
right.
what will be the impact of that if we go to 2050 and beyond. So, I mean, interestingly, the stats are actually really quite concerning. There's an estimate that if we do nothing, by 2055, we're going to have a shortage of 5 billion of litres of water per day.
Wow.
That's really quite a lot to imagine. So I looked up this morning that London uses 2.6 billion per day. So it's 2 Londons worth.
Wow.
Birmingham is 300 million. So that's a huge shortage. So there's lots of work to do. So the industry as a whole is looking now at new reservoirs and new sources. And they think that the shortfall, maybe about 40% of that will be taken up by new sources.
How realistic is that, do you think?
Well, I think there's quite a lot in training and planning, but these are big reservoirs being planned. But I think the bit for installers is really quite important because the 60% is to do with demand management. So how do you reduce demand?
Yep.
So it's what we don't want to do is just build lots and lots of reservoirs and then have lots of leaks and people using water without care. So 60% is in demand management. So water companies have got to play their part. They've got to reduce leakage. But 25% of all leakage is actually to do with supply pipes on private premises. So there's a role for us in terms of leaks. And demand is the other area. So we can waste a lot of water. And I think most people just don't think there's going to be water shortages or a problem.
They just assume you turn the tap on, water comes out.
Just turn the
and
tap.
that's it.
So we need really quite big solutions in terms of reducing demand. What we're seeing now is a dramatic expansion of smart metering. So actually we're getting much better data. So we know when there's leaks or that somebody's using a lot more water than somebody else. So I think in the next 25 years we're going to see a massive expansion of smart metering and artificial intelligence giving installers and actually driving work, because lots of people have leaks that they don't know about now. But actually if you know about it and you're being asked to fix them, you're going to be on the phone and you're going to need the help of people as well. Even pinpointing where is a leak on a heating system. So what information and help are we going to have as well? So there's some really big solutions that are needed, I think.
Big topics, big issues as well.
Big issues, yeah.
Mark, you're a skills advocate, obviously. I just what must the industry do to meet the future skills needs? Because there's a lot out there, isn't there?
I think basically you've got to start when we've got young adults coming through.
Just hold that again, sorry.
We've got to start with the young adults coming through and coming into the working world, and we've certainly got to educate children or young adults with regards to apprenticeships. Apprenticeships have always been seen as a third choice at school, because everybody seems to want them to go down the academic route. I think we should be making apprenticeships a lot more attractive, and I think...
How would you make them more attractive? I'll put you on the spot there, sorry, but I mean,
well,
it's an easy thing to say we should make them more attractive, but how?
Well, we should make it more attractive by having good quality training and actually educating people to the benefits of having a skill and a trade. You know, we can't survive on just academia, and the industry has got the ability to meet its demands, but we haven't got the workforce for it, and that is purely and simply down to the fact that there hasn't been an input of apprenticeships. So if we actually had some more support from the government with apprenticeships and improving the quality of apprenticeships and companies, and encouraging small companies like SMEs to take on so that the business can develop further, you would, you know, we'd have the input and we'd have the skills and the workforce to meet the demands.
Ian, you're nodding away there.
I could agree more. And I think actually some work that MCS did with a college in Liverpool, where we took 80 plumbers and electricians to a trade show, and it inspired them, because just sense the buzz around the place here.
But tomorrow,
they're
of
looking,
course, is the day for apprentices.
and I think that sort of aspiration about, I can see a career in front of me, I can make a good living, I might want to work for myself, and an apprenticeship is a real platform for that, and it isn't a third way. It's got to be the main way for a lot of young people today. So yeah, we're proud of the work we've done in conjunction with APHC on a low carbon heating technician apprenticeship to complement already existing plumbing apprenticeships. You know, that has to be the way forward. But they've got to see the future. That's what young people want.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, I'm doing what
just turn that slightly towards you. No, the other. That's it.
That way,
Yeah.
right. I'm actually doing what I always wanted to do from a very, very young age.
Right.
I saw my uncle going into roof spaces, underfloors, and into parts of the houses that nobody ever saw. And from that, that excited me. And to be honest with you, I thoroughly enjoy what I do, and I've done for the last 45 years. And I don't actually feel like I've ever worked a day in my life.
Right.
Purely and simply because I am so passionate about what I do and how I enjoy it.
So you do what
And
you love, and people even give you money to do it. I mean,
Well, that's it, yeah.
It's a secret of life.
I try to get that across to every apprentice that we have. And you're developing people's lives, and you're giving somebody a life and a
Yeah.
career. And it's a fantastic career to be in. And I've met so many people through it.
brilliant. Now look, I'm going to ask you, put you on the spot here. Thank you for your insights. I appreciate those. Just briefly share with us, if you will, one thing. If you could do it now, one thing you would change in our industry right now. If you could press a button and change it, what would it be? Jump in, whoever wants to go first.
I love the magic wand question.
Yeah.
For me, we really need to raise the standards. APHC is great. We've got lots of qualified installers there. We need one simple license scheme for professionals.
Okay.
We don't need competent persons and lots of other things. We need one place where, whatever the scope is, you've got one register, and people who don't have the training don't get to practice.
Perfect.
That's why.
Okay.
Quality apprenticeships, quality training centres, significant support from the government and funding to develop this, and at least support from young people's education and the schools to actually educate people that it's not just academia and
Perfect.
college or uni.
Ian, last word with you.
So I think it's something I would love to change, and that's the narrative. I think the sector gets itself very tied up with issues and problems, and so does MCS. You know, we tend to focus on the things that have gone wrong, and yet in the vast majority of cases, we've got really satisfied consumers who love their heat pump or whatever it may be. So I'd love to sort of turn it on its head, and let's be positive about our future. The next 25 years are really bright for this sector.
Brilliant. Right, stay where you are. Don't go away. Where's Richard? Richard Perrins, where is he? Come on in, come and join the party, because that's what we're about to have, I think. I might ask you to pass your microphone over to Richard there. Now, come and have a seat for a second. Come and sit here. Richard, welcome. I'm glad you got the blue shirt memo. That's good. There's another reason to celebrate this afternoon, and that is the APHC is celebrating the centenary year this year. And we at Installer would like to congratulate APHC for the success over the past 100 years. I don't know if there are any founder members. No. And wish you every success for the next 100. And to do that, we've got a cake that we'd like to bring in. So give a round of applause for not being here 100 years, but the APHC. Let's bring that cake in.
Thank you very much.
Have a look at this cake. It's magnificent. It took me all night.
Look at that.
All night. It wasn't.
Just look at that.
Wait, can we get a camera in on this? Come on, Dom. Do some work for your living. Let's have a look.
I'm touched.
I'd
I'm
lift
touched.
this up. Loving it. See, happy birthday. Look at this.
Thank you very much indeed.
That's all right. It's not all for you, actually.
Oh.
I've got to be honest. You've got to share it out here.
Oh well.
But yes. So, well, you know, we're going to do it in a minute. We're going to do it in a minute. Just before we do,
Yeah.
Richard, tell us more. We're going to hear a little bit now. You just tell us a little about what.
to make the presentation?
Yeah, I think I would.
Shall I do a little bit of presentation time? So thank you very much. If I can, it is my honour to introduce you all to our new president of the Association of Plumbing and Heating Contractors, Mr. Mark Antrobus. I personally know Mark for many more years than I care to remember. I know he'll be extremely hard-working, passionate and conscientious president during his forthcoming years in office. 2 years office, and in that I shall now present him, forgive me, I'll have to put the mic down,
That'd be on eBay by 3 o'clock, I expect. Sold my homing pigeons 5 times last month.
So there you go, Mark. Congratulations.
A round of applause. Congratulations, Mark.
May I also take this opportunity, if I can, on behalf of the APHC board, staff and members, to thank our outgoing president, Andy Baxter, for all the time and hard work he has given to the APHC for the past 2 years in office. Andy, could you come forward?
Come forward, Andy. We've got a piece of cake for you. It's a piece of cake in a bag.
That's a little token. Thank you very much indeed for all you've
Well
done.
done, Andy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Mark, did you want to say, pick up that microphone? I know you haven't finished yet, but let him say a couple of words as well, how proud he is. Go on, just.
Right. I'm actually very privileged to be given this honour for the next 2 years, isn't it? Yeah.
Can't get out of it that
months.
easy.
24.
This is actually my second term as president, and the first time round I felt very honoured, and I tried to do and promote the industry as well as the APHC, and my aim over this next 2 years is actually to continue that. What I also want to do is champion bringing together the industry for all the bodies, not just the APHC, SIPI, and all the other. I can't. There's quite a few, and I can't remember. I apologise for
We
that.
haven't got the time, don't worry.
But
that's fine.
I do really want to unite the industry, and myself, Richard, and our new CEO, Sarah Fry, are aiming at
Brilliant.
doing that. So,
You can finish now.
but
it my
thank
turn?
you
Sure,
anyway.
say it again. There you go. Well done,
Yes,
Mark.
thank you very much indeed, Mark. Right, so finally, a huge thank you to all our guests for attending today, joining us to celebrate the appointment of our new APHC president, and also to celebrate the milestone of 100 years of the APHC. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I ask you all to join with me in celebrating 100 years of the APHC and our new president, Mr. Mark Antrobus. Just a quick round of applause. After that, we then have some light refreshments for you all, and we could be there till about 12:50, then we have to disappear. So, APHC, Mark, Sarah, all the crew, thank you. Thank you very much.
And
Thank
you're
you.
more than welcome to stay, actually, because we've got the Heating Installer Awards after that 1 o'clock. What a day to celebrate things. Who's going to cut the cake?